Rich Woody Jack Nelson, check it out, because 50 Cent was in court today. Now, you couldn't tell whether it was really 50 Cent Curtis Jackson, a.k.a. Boo Boo, or maybe it was Kevin Hart, because both of them were equally as funny. Now, 50 Cent appeared in court, the same Rick Ross baby mom's case, okay? He had to testify in front of a jury about his personal finances, because they're going to determine if Rick Ross baby moms is going to get $20 million more than the 5 she's already awarded. Now, she could walk away with $25 million. Now, pretty much, this shit was a joke. First of all, Curtis Jackson was smiling from ear to ear the entire time, okay? Had a big smile on, okay? Like he knew something that nobody else did. Now, here's the thing, because he testified a lot of things, but he said, listen, man, this lifestyle y'all's been seeing me living, all the stuff you've been reading about my wealth, that ain't real. I'm broke as fuck, okay? Now, let me just preface this by saying, okay, he's obviously trying to downplay his riches, that even if or when they do decide on punitive damages, they don't say 20, maybe they say 1, or maybe they say, okay, fuck it, we'll give you like $100, okay? The lesser, the better. Now, I've told you guys before, fans are very selective, right? Your perception of the rapper before he goes through his troubles is how you're going to perceive him going throughout. So no matter what 50 Cent has to pay out or no matter what he says, we'll always think of him like a rich-ass nigga. Similarly with Bow Wow. When Bow Wow played broke and Bow Wow was going through child support, we called him broke because people don't think Bow Wow got money. Reality? They all got money. They're good at lying. They're good at hiding. Now, that's what 50 Cent said, okay? He said, listen, man. He said, listen, all those goddamn cars. He said, I never owned no Lamborghinis, no Bentleys, no Rolls Royces. You might have seen me drive in them, but I did not own them, okay? Now, we do have actual old money from 50 Cent that shows that he's leasing a Bentley. So he said he leased them or rented them or whatever you want to call it, but he did not own them. So it's definitely true for the Bentley. I know he owned a Lamborghini or he had a Lamborghini before. Who knows? And a Rolls Royce, we don't know. But he says everything is smoke and mirrors, okay? He says the cars, they're rented. It says it's like music videos. They say action and you see all the fancy cars, but everything goes back to the dealership. He says the rings, the chains, he says I borrowed those from a jeweler. He says in reality, he says I own 3 gold chains. And to keep it real, listen, every now and then I kind of trade them in. Now, basically, as I said, he's trying to downplay his wealth, okay? He can't go in there and say, listen, I'm the biggest boss. Now, let me tell you this, because he even answered to, they're like, yo, wait, but Forbes says you're worth like $155 million. That's your net worth. He said, to keep it real, no. My net worth is really like under 4.4 million. Now, they said, well, what about all those records you sold? Get rich or die trying. He said, well, listen, I have sold about 38 million records in my career. However, I'm a fucking rapper. The labels are screwing me. I'm only getting 10 cents per CD, which means I really only got $3.8 million for my recording career. Now, that's a blatant lie, but listen, Curtis, I ain't gonna lie with you. Listen, I ain't gonna be mad at you for trying to pay less, okay? Now, we could imagine, like, listen, 3.8 million for music. Come on, man. You made that off Game's album. Come on, the amount of singles you sold. You went fucking diamond. Come on, bro. Diamond, okay? Now, obviously, he's trying to downplay everything, but listen, this is all cool, but eventually it's going to get to a part or it's going to get to the place where he has to submit his tax returns and everything, and they're going to see exactly what's coming in, okay? They're going to look at his past history, and they'll figure it out, but this is just what he's testifying. Now, this was all under oath, by the way, which means he should have been telling the truth, okay? All right. Now, he also admitted, because he performed recently in the UK, I believe at the O2 Arena or somewhere in Europe, and he said he got $200,000 for that performance. So he is pulling big bucks. So $200,000 for a performance. He said for just a day of filming a movie called Spy, he got $100,000, okay? Now, basically, as I said, he was smiling ear to ear. I mean, to him, he says this whole life that he lives is a fabrication. It is not reality. And for the first time ever, he actually apologized to Rick Ross' baby moms. And basically, he said this, which is really kind of like a backhand apology. He said, I'm sorry if you feel like I hurt you. Okay, pretty much saying, listen, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Okay, that's not really much of an apology, but it's 50. Now, if you guys are not familiar with 50, man, that's the guy who wrote PIMP. The hook is really coming true. He said, I don't know what you heard about me. A bitch can't get $1 out of me. Now, if you think about it, if 50 Cent allegedly burned down his own crib when his baby mom was asking for more and moved her boyfriend in there, if he burned down the crib of his own child's mother's house, You think he's going to pay Ricky Rose baby moms that she could use all that money and buy a couple more franchises of Wingstop? Man, fuck out of here. Okay, now basically, listen, he chalked up him calling Ricky Rose's baby moms a bitch and a hoe. He said, that's just rapper competition. Please look no further into it. And basically he says, hey, listen, I can't even pay my grandfather, and really, I am broke. Now, this is a crock of bullshit. I know it, but it's not about me, okay? It's about the jury and what they really deem is necessary and what they're going to give in punitive damages. Now, here's the thing. Because 50 lawyer did try to get a mistrial by saying, hey, the media is tainting this whole process because every juror probably went home, probably went online, or probably watched the TV, and they hear about 50 Cent bankruptcy, and they see it's kind of like a running joke, and they don't believe it, and basically they've bought into the lifestyle of 50 Cent, so they think he's so much more richer. So they're saying, hey, this is not even a fair process. So 50 Cent will never get, if he was only supposed to pay 1 or 2, the juries actually go for way more because they think he's just unlimited rich, okay? Now, the motion for mistrial was denied, and we will see going forward how much is actually ordered for 50 Cent to pay. So, in the comments, what do you guys think about this? 50 Cent has been trying to slither and slime out of this one. I'm telling you, the same thing Bow Wow did, he's doing, okay? This every fucking entertainer does it, okay? If your baby moms is trying to take you to court, you better play broke, okay? Rick Ross did it, okay? Every fucking person does it. Now, the thing is, and the thing where I'll keep calling out hypocritical fans is that not the same way how we all know, like, your 50's rich, don't look at another artist when they do it and be like, oh, no, he's broke. No, they're all rich. They're doing the same scheme. In the comments, make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe. It's your boy, DJ Akademiks. I'm out.